Mam tu coś jeszcze do ogarnięcia? Nope.
Thanks for checking anyway.
Dobra, no to teraz można zapisać grę. I puk, puk.
Does it trouble you?
It stops spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
You're even taller than I'd heard.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Tactfully put, Cassandra.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a Kunari, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading,
Which we have not.
the point is everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I don't mind it at all.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat?
They do know it's a threat, they just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Okej, profitu jeszcze nie mam. Tak.
You were saying something about... Cullen?
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
Proszę, wszystko jest ładne. Jeszcze nie. Właśnie, operacje. Tak. Teren Wysokorza. Teren Wysokorza pragnie złożyć najszczersze wyrazy współczucia z powodu śmierci boskiej Justynii V. Przenajświętsza była postacią niezrównoważonej mądrości i wielką orędowniczką pokoju. Żywiliśmy nadzieję, że jej konklawę zakończy się szczęśliwie. W Wysokorzu odbędzie się czuwanie dla upamiętnienia Justynii, na które serdecznie zapraszam przedstawicieli Inkwizycji. Dobra. Tak, to jest najlepsza opcja. Okej. Zobaczmy, co jeszcze można zrobić. Zemsta Warika. Żabotką chciałbym poprosić o przysługę. Właściwie to o pożyczkę, gdyż zamierzam się odwdzięczyć. Otrzymałem dziś list od mojej redaktorki z Górnego Miasta. Pisze, że książka Kryminalne Zagadki Górnego Miasta 3 Piącha powraca. Kilka dni temu okazała się nakładem antiwieńskiej drukarni. Poświęć parę chwil, aby uświadomić sobie zgrozę zawartą w tym tytule. Kazałem swoim kontaktom w gildii kupców sprawdzić ślady autora na parę lat wstecz. Jedyne, czego się dowiedzieli, wydawszy kilkaset sztuk złota, to, że Pyral cokolwiek to pseudonim literacki. Dobra, Belenforth. Tyle mogłem im powiedzieć za darmo. Masz znajomości wśród antywiańskich drukarzy, może ty dowiesz się czegoś więcej od gildii. Tak, więc skorzystam z mocy Liliany. Co tu jeszcze jest? Rozwiąż problemy szlachcica. Zdawać pieniądze. W Orly coś mogę? Nawiąż kontakt z zamiennikami Waokas. Mówiono nam, że nie żyjesz. Później, że trafiłeś do niewoli, a później, że zapewne wyleciałeś z pustki, uderzyłeś się w głowę i zapomniałeś, kim jesteś. Naprawdę, możesz już przestać. Cały czas nie dostaliśmy zapłaty. Ups. Część naszego hitu wyszła cało z tej zafajdanej dziury pełnej demonów, która powstała po wybuchu. Pozostali nie żyją lub zaginęli. Nie wiem, ilu wzięli do niewoli rozwścieczeni ludzie. Jeśli nie umarłeś i pamiętasz, kim jesteś, pomóż mi odnaleźć naszych braci i siostry. Okej. Dobra, to tak. Tych już zająłem. Zasoby poszły w ruch. I teraz mogę sobie pogadać z... O, kasnął papierek, miło. Rany. Dostałem trochę tego. Okej, dobra, nie będę zanudzał nikogo czytaniem samego tego. Lora i tak dalej. Bo podejrzewam, że to co innego się liczy i pogadam sobie z Warikiem. Tylko najpierw zapiszę grę, jak walną jakąś gafę. Zobaczmy, co mam do powiedzenia. Ej, Warik. No, jestem za daleko.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
The breach needs to be sealed. The sooner the better.
If it can be sealed, you might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. we're going to need a miracle. Need something?
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bertrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the deep roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bertrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Okej, skoro pogadaliśmy z nim o lyrium... A, dostałem tego questa już. Tak, dostałem, dobra. Pójdę sobie teraz jeszcze pogadać ze Solusem. Solasem? Jak on tam się zwał? Solas.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
I didn't ask for this, but someone has to find a way to seal this breach.
Spoken nobly indeed. You think I'm mocking you? This age has made people cynical. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Zapytam go może o coś jeszcze.
Closing the breach is our primary goal, but I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
Anything with that kind of power is bound to show up sooner or later.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade, but according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality, where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful, and the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them, if not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The Veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okej. No. Kwartalnik frywolna wędrówka? Tak, komuś nie wyszło tutaj kodowanie. Mocno podniszczony kwartalny brukowiec. W jesiennym wydaniu frywolnej wdówki zbiór opowiadań żar namiętności na chłodne dni. Wyznania nowicjusza, który bardziej przykładał się do chędożenia niż katorgi. Zakazane flirty w najodważniejszym wydaniu. Dobra, cokolwiek. Mógłbym czytać tak dalej, podejrzewam, że bym się pożygał w połowie drogi, więc to nie jest wskazane. Okej. Czy ja coś? Tak, słyszałem. Come tu, papa. I twój braciszek też. No, nie będzie trojaczków. Dobra, to teraz mogę sobie pogawędzić jeszcze z Kassandrą i z Lelianą. Leliana jest gdzieś tutaj. A, tam jest. Dobra, zapis. Raz jeszcze.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak Fandraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Awful things happen every day. Get used to it.
Get used to being a pawn? To be discarded when the Maker's done with you? The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
People are killed all the time.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
I'm not really the best person to talk to. Doesn't the Chantry have people for this?
So I should let a priest comfort me? No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
No, już widzę, jedna misja się zakończyła sukcesem chyba. Zobaczymy. Jeszcze mi pozostało pogadać z Cassandrą, która znajduje się na zewnątrz. No i mogę też pogadać z Kulenem. Tam jest. Wyładowuje frustrację na biednych kukłach.
I think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
Isn't it a bit late to worry about it now?
We have only just begun. My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know. You've said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
I believe he exists.
You do? I'm surprised, but I suppose it's comforting. Surely the Maker put us both on this path for a reason. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.